Well, we were back. We are back.
Oh, we're back.
Like, like those dinosaurs in that one movie from the '90s.
Movie called We're Back.
Dude,
That was a good movie. It's not just that one movie. It's We're Back. It's the
it's
good fucking movie.
the.
That one fucking awesome movie from the
I gotta tell you,
90s.
man, the guy with screw eyes, that was not working out for me.
He really he really stressed me out as a kid, but
I mean, yeah, as a kid, but you know, it's probably a different story nowadays.
that's true.
Okay,
Don't mind.
what?
I'm gonna check audio real quick.
Yeah, let's check our audio before we do this. We had a pretty traumatizing experience yesterday.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, traumatizing is a good word for it.
Oh, we went to bed in a very bad mood because of some equipment malfunction. Let's call it that. Uh, it was just an audio issue that caused us to have to delete most of last night.
Well, several audio issues I think
Yeah.
led to yeah
uh,
the basically the destruction of several hours footage. Close to 4.5 hours for me. I don't.
okay, so I'm gonna switch over to this guy. The name of this world is somewhat relevant to tonight's discussion.
What is it?
It's actually 100% relevant to tonight's discussion. The name of the world is Thank You, and
Oh,
that's something
that's
that.
you're welcome.
Let me finish.
Oh, you weren't. Okay.
Uh, to anybody that has found this video or any of our other videos or our channel or any affiliated things to our channel or us or anything at all, anybody out there that is there. I want to thank everybody. Basically, is what I'm getting to. This is Lumens here. That's me and Amoeba, my colleague here. Um, I just wanted to take a couple minutes and thank everyone for being a part of this whole thing. This has been really cool. This past week, being able to kind of take what we've been doing for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, but that's probably
uh,
pretty accurate.
Take something that is interesting to us and something that we love doing, and and share it with other people. That's really the rub. Um,
That's the rub.
I
Uh,
just having people be a part of it and bringing people together and providing some sustenance for the public and the community. I just think that's really cool, and like I said, I want to thank everybody for being a part of it. Um, that's something that, like I said, that's just really cool. It's kind of inexplicable.
well, and Lumens and I discussed this last night, and in the footage that was destroyed. But um, letting anyone know who is here, that letting them know that we appreciate them, is something that we wanted to do early. Whether or not anyone was here, whether or not there were large amount, regardless of what sort of following we had, we wanted everyone to know that we, regardless of any other factors.
That we valued it. Yeah. Um, that's relating back to sort of the beginning of this conversation. Uh, it's just real. It's I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of repeating the same thing. I just think it's really cool, and I don't think that I'll be able to ever express enough gratitude uh, to anybody that has found interest in this. Like I said, something that we can create and we can share with people. That's something that I don't think that I've ever done before. I mean, I did not like theater stuff as a kid. I saw a little bit of public speaking. I'm a little bit out there anyway when it comes to not necessarily performing, but it's not always a performance for me. It's kind of just how I am. Uh, Having this be an outlet for that is another really cool kind of doing something that I used to do a lot of, and like putting myself out there, and not necessarily putting on a show, but that's it's similar to what this is. It's when you say a show, it's a broadcast, and
Trying to entertain
yeah,
people in one form or another.
maybe not like I want people to be entertained by this if they are watching. I don't want people to come in and watch this and be like, "Wow, this is boring." He's jumping
Yeah.
tree to tree, great on Minecraft. This is not necessarily going to be like a gameplay thing, and
Yeah, this is more of like, well, and it's more of a
yeah,
PSA, kind of like anyone who has seen other videos and is, has gathered some interest in what we do and what we're doing here. It's a thank you to them. This is not necessarily to get
people to
people
watch,
to
yeah.
like us here.
And I think it's kind of cool to just have people. It's I kind of jokingly said last night that it's like a public access sort of like a talk show almost. It's something that people can tune in and listen to, and it's
Well, and I think one of the great things about Twitch, as opposed to something like YouTube or that, is if we're streaming, the people who show up get to be
yeah.
involved in the content that we create, and they get to be here while we're
That's
doing
another
it, and
really
they
cool
get to
thing.
communicate with us about everything.
Yeah. Uh,
So it's not just like they have to, it's not like we're behind a play button, like it's if we're streaming, it's happening right now,
it
you know.
it's kind of difficult for people to become engaged if they hit play on a video and then they watch the whatever length of the video, and then all they can do is comment, and maybe we'll get to see the comment, like maybe we'll get around to responding and etc. But
Nothing like it's completely different from a chat, an open chat that we can see in our monitoring,
yeah, we've got people like oh oh sorry, leg pop. We've got people that would come, hypothetically, people come in and they can say hello and we can respond back,
Yeah.
within several seconds, and we can interact with them. In fact, one of my Hearthstone streams, I don't know uh, if it's in the archived broadcast, but I was joined by a couple streamers and I was playing Hearthstone, and they, oh, hey, how's it going? Would you be interested uh, in dueling, or in like dueling Yu-Gi-Oh, but in playing a card game? Oh yeah, sure, that sounds really cool. And that was kind of my first interaction with something like that. Like I've never been. That was kind of a turning moment for me. It's like like I met people, and these
Yeah.
people engaged with me and said, we're gonna take time and be a part of this stream, and whether or not we get something out of it, I don't think that that's what they were going for. I don't think they were going for publicity or anything, but we were able to interact with other members of the community, somebody that we've never met before, on a platform that uh, we can put ourselves out there and broadcast for people, and have them show up or have them see our VOD and maybe become a part of something bigger. It's sort of
Yeah.
like a family, and it's just really cool to me that something like that is possible. Um, Another part of that, actually, regarding to our schedule, I mentioned earlier that we haven't really put out a schedule for anybody yet. Uh, in fact, I mentioned that earlier tonight. Uh, but I would like to take time to do that now. Schedule is kind of a weird thing because we have day jobs. That's an inescapable fact.
Yeah.
I I'll comment on the monetary version, or the monetary aspect of the whole thing later on, but that's beside the point. a day job is something to sustain us, and that's it's just a necessity.
Realistically, the day job is just to to feed us and to keep the stream going.
Yeah,
Like at this point, that's really what it
and I mean,
is.
I spend money from my day job to do things that I like doing. Whereas it's not unreasonable to use my day job to pay for a stream, something that I can
Yeah.
share with other people, and I still enjoy doing. I enjoy streaming, like legitimately, I can say that. Um, and in doing that, not only am I doing something that I enjoy, something that I can share with other people, and so I would like to, kind of come back around to giving you guys a schedule. Uh, Lumens being me, I am going to try to be consistent and let's see. Probably around 6 to 10 p.m. each day, Monday through Thursday. That's gonna be key hours for me. I'll comment on Amoeba here in a little bit, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6 to 10. Now you're gonna give or take a little bit of time because there's gonna be some days where you'll be sick or and not feeling up to streaming or being exhausted or what have you. And as much as I would like to stream every day because, like I said, it's something that I enjoy, it's also a matter of providing quality. I
Yeah.
don't want to put myself out there when I'm maybe not what it not maybe not at 100%. Like for instance, I don't want to hit the record button or hit the broadcast button and uh, let's do that. Hit the broadcast button and have people come in and I'm just like hacking and wheezing and I'm losing match after match, which happens anyway apparently. But I don't want to be at 30% capacity whenever I'm streaming. That's just
Well, and I think a lot of it has to do with not even so much whether or not you or I would enjoy streaming under those conditions, because I think we probably
yeah. I'm
still
pretty sure
would.
that I still would, but
Yeah, but I think mostly it's that it's I don't want to waste other
yeah,
people's
that's
time.
not why we're here. We're not here to
I
waste your
don't
time.
want anyone who has made the decision to, follow us or, like our page, whatever, anything like that at any point. I don't want any of them to show up and be
Yeah,
disappointed.
that would break my heart if
I don't
somebody's
want them to see some of our content and be like, "Oh, this is cool. I want to see more of it." But then, they show up for a stream one day and it's just garbage.
and
I
that's
don't want
okay.
that for any. I don't want that to happen to me. So I couldn't possibly bring myself
Yeah,
to do that to someone.
not that if I ever stumbled upon my own stream, uh, and it was something that I was unfamiliar with, and I found myself just kind of blithering and hacking and coughing, and I'm playing terribly, or I'm being uninteresting and not even talking. I would, I think I would go out of my way to call myself a piece of shit. Wow, you wasted 30 seconds of my time. I watched 30 seconds of your stream, and it was awful, and I can't.
Sat there and said nothing, and you sneezed once. That's all that happened.
Oh, yeah, that's not something that would be great. Fridays though, Fridays is gonna be a fun time because it's Friday, and Fridays are great. Fridays are Fridays are prime time, I think. Um, we get
Fridays are the
oh
balls,
dude, the biggest balls.
as they say.
We get off work a little bit early on Fridays, which means that we can be on stream a little bit early, which means that we'll probably try and be around at 5 o'clock at the earliest. That's gonna be kind of a weird one because we're gonna want to get a little bit of dinner in before the stream, uh, as opposed to during the stream. Taking a break, since we're gonna be in so early. Uh, and in regards to when we will stop streaming on Fridays, that's kind of up in the air. That's pretty much whenever we can't stream anymore. You know, for whatever reason, if or we ran out of Red Bull, or uh,
or we just can't, or we have carpal tunnel like to death.
going back to quality, we just don't have any more content to provide. We gotta
Yeah.
recharge our batteries and come back in full force, so to speak.
Well, and that on that note, that kind of brings us into why the schedule on weekends is the way it is.
Yeah, Saturdays and Sundays are gonna kind of be gimmies. Uh, if we're gonna be streaming until 5 p.m. Friday to 5 a.m. Saturday, you can. I mean,
It's unrealistic for us to even expect ourselves to get up at at like 9 or something and stream in the morning or something. I don't think that that's really viable, and I think well, we might have to weigh the value between really late Friday night or like
midday Saturday,
early afternoon Saturday. I'm not sure, but that kind of just ties into why it's going to be an unsure thing.
And that could be something that that people kind of come around and like if we have a group of people on a Friday night, which is probably more likely, and they stick around for a while, maybe like 3 or 4, everybody starts to go, oh yeah, we're gonna head out. Thanks for streaming, and
yeah,
and people, the herd starts to thin, and oh well, we're starting to get tired too, so we'll just head out and see where that leaves us. And then that kind of gives us a little more leeway for Saturday. But when it comes to like, okay, well, we streamed Friday night for 12 to 14 or 12 to 16 hours. We're gonna get 3 or 4 hours of sleep and then wake up on Saturday and stream for, of course.
What happened?
Sure. That's
oh God. Something awful has happened is what happened.
I had a fatal exception, but that's fine. That's fine.
Fatal to Minecraft, not fatal to either one of us.
I was gonna make a cute little thank you out of flowers. I was collecting flowers, but that's fine.
Pretty gay, dude.
I'm just messing with you, man. Oh God. In any case, back to what we were saying. I'm not gonna stream 12 to 16 hours on Friday and then 3 or 4 hours of sleep on Saturday. Oh, we're back. We feel like the living dead. That's not, I don't want to do that to you guys. I don't want to do that to myself. That's not really fair to anybody.
For sure.
So weekends, like I said, are gonna be gimmies. We're gonna try and let you guys. We'll do a good job of letting you guys know what's going on. When we're waking up, when we're making ourselves coffee, and when we're gonna sit down and stream for you. Which actually segueing on to the next point. Speaking of trying to keep you guys up to date, it's kind of difficult being the only thing we have going for us right now is Twitter. We're working on YouTube. That's a conversation for later. It's kind of hard to keep the community up to date on when and where we're going to be. But we do have a solution. We have a Twitter page. It's at Playmiable, Playmiable. The Twitter is going to be the #1 way of getting a hold of us and getting in communication with us regarding when we will be around and where you can find us. I've already been updating it several times this week, and I personally don't have my own Twitter. The Playmiable Twitter is the one that I'm going to be keeping up to date on, both for myself, Lumens, and Amoeba here. Speaking of Amoeba, he has his own sort of schedule that I'll let him talk about. He has projects that he's going to be doing that are. I'll let him talk about that.
Yeah, I'll cover all of that. I'll get into that here shortly. Well, the gist of it is that I too am going to have a schedule in regards to what I'm doing, but that does not apply only to streaming. My streaming schedule is going to be roughly the same as Lumens. Aside from Tuesday and Thursday, those days I will not be streaming. Like today, today being a Tuesday, I didn't stream.
I was so low.
What
I
I
was flying so low.
Yeah, I hate doing that to him, but I'll get into that here in a little bit. So what I spent today doing was I've gotten into this recently. It's probably so months ago that I started doing this, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays I will be spending my time producing music. And like I said, I've been doing that not super long, but it's something that I'm passionate about. Something that I'm probably equally passionate about, as far as streaming and producing. I enjoy both of them a lot, and I don't want to let one just fall by the wayside. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'll be streaming with Lumens here, and that'll be about probably 6 to 10, depending on how things go. And Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will be producing, which, if you are at all curious about, you can find me on SoundCloud. SoundCloud.com/Anamoeba, spelled the same way. I also have a YouTube for my music, but that's some people. Well, it depends. I feel like you have to have a following before you really venture into YouTube with your music, but it is there if you want it. So if that is how you'd like to look at my, if you go to either one, if you go to my SoundCloud or my YouTube, you will find a link to the other one there. So actually, my SoundCloud has my links to the Facebook page. I have a YouTube as well. So Facebook, YouTube, I have a Twitch now. I have my own Twitter. It's @Anamoeba, again spelled the same way. And that's as far as on my my personal Twitter. I will try to kind of update you guys specifically on what I'm doing, especially if Lumens is unable to do so. Streaming together, it'll be we'll usually be doing the same thing or something similar, or we'll be in communication, so it'll be easy to find both of us. But if there's ever a time that you can't find me for whatever reasons, or Lumens is unable to up on what I'm doing, then I will be sure to my personal Twitter updated. But yeah, that's pretty much how I spend my time. You have anything to add to that?
Well, sort of. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, like you said, are going to be his own, and he's going to be doing his own thing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay.
What's the matter?
Nothing, I guess. I mentioned earlier about monetization, and neither of us really make anything off of, he's not really making anything off of his music, as far as I know, unless he's keeping something from me, which
I know.
He wishes.
I would have kicked you out a long time ago. No, I'm just kidding.
We're not really making anything other than, what we make at our day jobs. That being the case, if you find us and you happen to be interested in the content that we're providing, and would like to just see us succeed or like to see more of us, as far as I can tell, I don't think there's anything that could stop me from doing this unless I straight up became homeless, which God forbid. That's I don't think there's anything that could stop me from streaming or doing this, because this is something that I love, and
oh yeah, and that's an important feeling to have. I had the same kind of epiphany about producing when I started doing that. As I realized, it's like I don't know, in what manner I may be doing this 10 years down the road, but I know that I will be. There's nothing. There's no situation that could arise that would make me want to stop producing. That's good. I think as any sort of content creator, it's good to know that there's basically nothing that could just completely erase your motivation or your enjoyment. So I think that's important.
Yeah. And
But
I'm really happy with how this whole thing is turning out. And like I said, again, thank you to everybody that's become a part of this. But I can actually pull it up. We have, uh, like I was saying before, if anybody wants to become a part of the community in a way that helps us improve the stream, or if you've got advice for us or anything at all, um, we have. Let me see if what is it called? I can't even remember what it was called.
are you talking about our
Yeah,
Patreon
yeah,
page?
yeah. We have a Patreon. We have a Patreon. It's a place that you can go and I'm not sure how it works other than you can donate to it. If that's something that you guys would be interested in, like I said, I'll pull it up here real quick. Um, we highly are unexpectant of people donating. The idea that somebody would give any amount of money to us for any reason just because we're doing something that we love is, that's holy shit. That's really cool. Um,
Yeah.
that being the case, if that is something that somebody would decide to do at any point, that is super fucking cool, and we owe you a lot, and a big thank you to you if that is something that you end up doing. Um, like I said, I don't like to talk too much on the monetary just because
Well,
it's
yeah, and it's not even really
yeah
about like oh, thank you so it's more like, dude, I'm so glad that you want this stream to be
yeah,
better
and that's one of
because
the
that's what we want, and unfortunately, we don't make enough money to do that. So it would be amazing to find anyone out there that enjoyed our content enough to want to help us make it better. I think that would be I think that would be awesome.
something that we said last night, but the footage was lost. Um, I said if anybody was even willing to give like a nickel, like if somebody gave me a nickel and said, "Here, I hope this helps your stream." Holy shit! Are you fucking kidding me? Thank you. That you gave me a nickel to go towards our stream. That mean that what that
Yeah.
tells me is that you are interested. I'm getting kind of loud because I got excited, but that tells me that you are interested in our content and you want to see more of us. And that's like somebody telling you, "Holy shit, you're a celebrity, dude." Like, no, wow. That is just so humbling and like it's all over a nickel, which sounds absurd and ridiculous, but that's just how it is, and that's I mean like that kind of goes to show, it's not necessarily about the money. It's more about the
More about the gesture and about the intent behind it.
absolutely.
Someone could just say, "Hey, I'd like to give you some money." I wouldn't even care. Like it could be a nickel, but at that point, all that matters is that you support
Yeah.
us a lot. Appreciate what we do.
And I appreciate what you do. Even anybody that just like, oh, it's been 2 years, and I found this video just like sitting around. Thank you. Holy shit! Thank you for coming and watching this video.
Thank you. 2 years from now,
Yeah. Thank you.
I hope you.
Thank you from the
I hope you're
past.
able to watch all of the future content that we're gonna make. Not past content to you now, but
Ugh.
time travel is weird.
Yeah. Let's not get into that. That's a discussion for another day. Um. But yeah, so we've got a Twitter that you can follow us on. Uh, I frequently update it. I updated it like really late last night, saying that we lost a lot of footage. I was like super bummed out.
We were pretty salty about that one.
Yeah. But so you've got the Twitter. You've got our actual Twitch page, which I mean, if you're, watching this, you've probably figured that out by now.
Probably aware of it.
We've got the Patreon. Amoeba's got his SoundCloud. Circling back to the very, very beginning, just a huge thank you to everybody that is being like becoming a part of this. I greatly look forward to seeing more from the community, hearing from people either in chat and messages, um, just getting together with the community and becoming a part of something bigger than just two guys sitting behind a computer streaming, uh, playing, whatever video games come. And that's another thing. I've got a quite a collection of games, and sometimes I find it hard to pick what games, not necessarily that I want to play, but
But that you feel other people will enjoy
yeah,
watching.
something that other
Yeah.
people will find interesting. Like like I said earlier, I was talking about Elite Dangerous. That's a good game. It's a pretty
Oh
solid
yeah,
game.
I love that game.
But it's just how are you supposed to take enjoyment out of watching somebody fly cargo runs? I can imagine watching a stream of somebody in a Type 6 just sitting there with a mining laser and drones just shooting.
Or
at an
even
asteroid.
even if you were doing the exciting part, you're just floating around an asteroid field, just waiting for people to show up and shoot them. Like that's it. And now talking about it, it makes it seem like it shouldn't be fun. But I mean, it is fun. But I can't imagine that just sitting there and watching it
Yeah,
would be nearly as fun as playing it is.
that's not. Yeah, but I mean, if you want to see us like flying from system to system, trading goods and shooting pirates and stuff, definitely let us know.
We will do that if that's what we will give you what you want.
Rust
For
is
sure.
Rust is another thing that we should probably mention. Every once in a while, we have these huge, disastrous, to say the least, Rust binges, where we just lose our souls to Rust, and that could
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
that could be something that the community becomes a part of as well. And we had a server at one point. Maybe if we become successful enough, we open our own server and we have a safe haven for members of the community to come and say hi or shoot some
Oh
rockets
yeah,
at us, snipe us,
blow up
blow
our
up our houses,
houses.
steal our stuff. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
That sounds really fun. I think if we get a big enough group of people that want to just shoot at us on Rust,
Yeah, man.
we should totally do
Let's
that.
I personally have simulation games like Banished and Stone Hearth and uh, stuff like that. City builders like Skylines and shit like that. But that's kind of hard to commentate on unless there's a group of people uh, actively engaged, and maybe we could build a town together. Uh, Something like that. Sounds kind of queer, but the more the merrier.
I'll bet a town with you, buddy.
Yeah, okay, get the game, man. Let's get the game. Okay.
Never mind.
I don't. Do you have games that I don't have? I'm just kind of trying to give people a preview.
Let me open up my Steam library. I have Counter-Strike, which
Shit.
plenty of people stream that, but I think anyone that plays it is better than me. So I don't think that's valid.
That's another thing about Hearthstone is I may not be the best player. In fact, I'm probably on the lower half of the list of good to bad. But I am by far not the worst, and that I take pride in that. I take pride in.
I would say I am on the lower half of the list from bad to worst. Like if you take the lower half, I'm in the lower half
You're in
of
the
that.
lower quarter. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
And I'm talking Counter-Strike. I don't know how good I am at Hearthstone. I haven't played that a whole lot. I
It
played a
doesn't
little bit of
take-
that, but
I mean, I hesitate to say this because people are going to hate on me, but I don't feel like it takes a lot to be fantastic at first-person shooters, especially on PC.
I think that's one of those things that takes less. It's more of you have a ratio of like kind of like a muscle memory sort of
Yeah.
thing and like practice, and then it's that, but you also have skill
Yeah.
and talented at the game.
Tactics.
Yeah, strategy. And I think obviously Hearthstone is going to be very heavy on the actual strategy, and you can practice Hearthstone all you want, but there's nothing to it really that you need to practice, if that makes any sense. It's more about knowing the strategy.
I would say that League of Legends is um, excuse me, in many ways very similar to that. Um,
I think it has a good balance because there's a lot of mechanics as far as timing of your movements and the timing of your abilities and hotkeys and things like that that are very, very much things you have to practice.
absolutely.
Just as much as the game is filled with strategy. Okay, so we've got Counter-Strike, which I don't think I should do that.
We've got a handful of MMOs too, like
Have DayZ.
DayZ. I've got
Ever that viable?
H1Z1. I have 7 Days to Die. I think is another one I have. We've got Firefall. Firefall. We've got.
Yeah, I noticed that the other day.
I feel like we would pick up just about any free-to-play a free-to-play multiplayer that people would be willing to tag along with. That would be, that's a really cool idea.
Oh yeah, if there's anything out there, free to play, or even if it's cheap, if it's like $5 to $10, and there's a group of people that want to play it with me, I don't give a shit. I'll play with you guys.
World of Warcraft is kind of a different animal. We both played World of Warcraft extensively. I don't want to talk too much about that, just because.
Both did or do?
Well, I don't. Do you?
Oh, I don't. So I didn't want anyone to say things that weren't true.
Yeah, we used to play a lot of World of Warcraft, and for one reason or another, that has ceased to be a thing. It's just something that I've sort of lost interest in. Currently, Legion is about to come out. I think I haven't really kept up on that. I've tried to stay out of the hype universe, just because it's way too often that you become disappointed. Fallout 4 was not disappointing, but I am glad that I did not let myself become hyped like like a lot of other people did, because I feel like a lot of other people were like, oh, it's gonna it's got a city builder concept to it, it's got this and this and this, open world and story and like this and this, and to me it was kind of just another Fallout game, and that's what I went into expecting. I expected another Fallout, and
well, and as fun as the building aspect of it was, it
felt incomplete.
It kind of fell short for me. It felt rushed almost. It was just too buggy, and it just. I think a huge part of that. I think a huge part of why the game. Yeah, I was gonna say that. A huge part of that. It's my idea. It was the engine. No, but yeah, a huge part of its quirks, and a lot of the reason that a lot of things in it didn't quite work the way they should have is because that engine it's pretty old. I mean, they've been using it since Oblivion, which was like a long time ago. I think Oblivion came out early
2000s.
Yeah, 2003, 2004, I think. So I think that engine is good of an engine as it is, and as impressed with it. Yeah, as impressed with it that I was when I played Skyrim. Oh, hello, Scully. This is my microphone. Meow. May or may not be able to hear her purring at some warn you of that.
That's fine.
But yeah, like as good as and as impressed with it as I was when I played Skyrim, that was still quite a while ago. It wasn't.
Skyrim's another one we have. Although not multiplayer, it could be a fun little thing to do story on.
I actually don't have Skyrim.
Really?
Had Skyrim.
Oh, Xbox.
No, it was on my laptop.
Oh, yeah, that's something else. Dark Souls.
Skylight.
I've got Dark Souls for PC. I don't think that's something that
No, I have it for console. Maybe eventually we could get a capture card.
That would be cool. That would be
That would be
super
viable.
cool.
Don't you dare rub your face on this microphone. You're thinking of it. You did it!
How dare you?
Don't chew on it.
You looked right at him. Terraria, Guild
I'm
Wars,
trying to love you.
Pixel Piracy is another one that I picked up. That actually, I think we both have Pixel Piracy, and that's not something that either of us had looked at yet.
I think I have
Really,
that.
we'll check on that because I think that I bought it for you, but maybe not. Pretty sure I bought a 4-pack for all of our friends. But
Well, let me see.
Barony is another one, kind of a weird one because of the way that servers work with that. Secrets of Grindia, like I said, other free to plays like Firefall, Skyforge, Devilian. I think I downloaded that earlier.
Oh, Scully, you stepped right on my nut.
Rude. Rude.
Sorry. I know you were saying things.
No, rude to Scully. Like Scully.
No. I was all the same. I was apologizing for
I
interrupting.
said have Scully apologize to you. That's rude.
Right, but she's a cat.
But yeah, that's just a short list of our games, and I think if we have spare change, and somebody is willing to give us a suggestion on something that they would like to see on the stream, that would be super cool, and it's probably something that we would be willing to dish out towards.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, we could just buy any game that anyone suggested.
Yeah.
I don't think that will be a viable option.
I don't think that I could do that and remain alive.
Yeah, well, we could just live in our cars.
What are you talking? We're in our car right now.
Yeah, I forgot we're streaming from my Blazer.
But yeah, in summary, just a big thank you to everybody for being a part of this. And I know I've said it so many times, and it's, a new chair is clearly in order. At least a can of WD-40.
I wanted to say that to anyone who did stumble upon this video first and hasn't seen any of our other content and decided to stick around for the duration of this whole video, a big thank you to you as well, and I hope that just hearing us talk about our content is enough to keep you around to see the actual content.
You cannot imagine how incredibly ridiculous some of our conversations become.
Yeah, just yesterday had some very interesting conversation.
We talked about a black guy on Star Wars.
Yeah, we talked about the lottery.
Yeah, we talked about the lottery.
We talked about Scully jumping on my desk.
Oh, yeah, we lost that.
Oh, you have it.
Oh, okay, well, maybe I...
Because it was part 1, remember?
Yeah, I totally have that.
I lost it, though, because I didn't break up the broadcast. It was just 4.5 hours of straight
thing I'd like to talk about.
feedback loop.
I have... what I am doing for Twitch is I'm splitting up. Whenever I take a break, I'll split the broadcast so you're not sitting there watching like a 10-hour video of us streaming. Whenever we take a break, I'll cut the broadcast, go to the offline screen, if anything, just for a second, to cut the recording, and then I'll bring it back to the AFK screen that is broadcasting. That way, if you want to watch, part 1, you can watch that, and then if you want to see part 2, you can maybe come back to that later, or you can pause and do whatever. But I feel like it's a little bit easier to handle. It's a little easier to process. Not everybody has 4 to 8 hours to just sit down and watch somebody stream video games.
This is somewhat off topic. Something I just realized. On our Twitter page, someone wanted to get to your Twitch. They can't. There's no links
All right.
on our Twitter
Well, I'm gonna have
page to your.
I'm going to have to amend that. What is it like?
Well, there's Dr. Poaching. Oh, you haven't linked.
Well, at least I linked mine and not. I mean, I linked yours and not mine. That shows how selfless I am, and that's a good quality.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
no.
I'm sorry. I made it seem like you weren't just being nice.
But yeah, I'll amend that here in like 10 minutes. Gosh, what a disappointment that we talked about everything under the sun last night, and I just can't believe we
Oh
lost
yeah,
that
it
game.
was good. We were flowing. We were talking. I wanted to snap my fingers, but my brain was like, say that we were snapping our fingers. We weren't doing that. So I had to stop. I had to stop my brain from making that.
But yeah, this is getting long-winded. Oh goodness, I said that like at least 6 or 7 times last night.
Well, I think all things considered, it's good. Drag it on. It's just it's just gonna be rough for
Yeah,
the people watching.
yeah. Okay, so if you skip to the end of the video and you're hearing us now, basically skip back like 30 minutes and you're gonna catch the meat of it. Like,
Yeah.
basically everything after that was it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, we kind of. I don't even remember some of it.
And with that, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. And
I think that's for the
yeah, I'm
best.
gonna cover some of the editing, the post broadcast, and make sure that everything and is up and ready and of quality. Like I said, you got to be consistent and you got to have that quality. But again, thank you everybody for being a part of this. And even if nobody becomes a part of this, it's been great. Uh, it's been great
It
being here
has.
so far,
It really
and
has.
I really look forward to having more to do and being a bigger part of the community. Not necessarily bigger, more popular, but
But being a part of the community at all,
yeah,
and I think that not to continue too much, but I think that was why your stream, where your people were getting involved, was so cool. Is it's cool to feel like part of a community.
yep.
That's ultimately what we want to do. We want to have a community. We want people to be part of it. We want to be part of it.
I paused that broadcast. I told the people that I was with that I'm gonna take a short break if everybody you need to go to the bathroom or get a bite to eat or whatever. I'll be back in 15 minutes, and I told them that, and I went in the I paused the broadcast or whatever, went in the kitchen, got some pizza, and
that, that was the night we
oh
burnt
yeah, we
pizza.
burnt pizza that night. I told them, I was like, yeah, I gotta go eat some burnt pizza. I'll be right back.
You were like, as soon as that one guy logged in, yeah, I burnt a pizza and I feel really bad about
He
it.
quoted me
He quoted Lumens 2016.
Damn it. In any case, I told them, I sat down with my pizza and I told Anna Mima, I was like, I'm having the time of my life. Like
Yeah.
it was just as much fun as I ever had playing any other video game with any other stranger. In fact, more fun playing with those particular strangers than I have ever had in any other game where you play with strangers. Um, it was just really cool to connect with somebody you don't know, not necessarily on an intimate level, but on a level that you had something
We'll do
in
that later.
common, and it was maybe we'll see you later, maybe we won't, or maybe we won't. Maybe you're just sort of transient in this whole process, but thank you for coming in and being a part of that in that particular moment. And if we see you again, even better. Like, just thank you. And that's, like I said, really what this whole thing was about. Is just yeah. I hope that people can get some sort of enjoyment out of this, and I thank you for everything that you've done or everything that you will do. And that being said,
Yeah, a big thanks to everyone for sure. I don't think we could sit here until we're blue in the face and thank everyone. But I think the biggest thank you that we can provide to you guys is just making more content.
Yep.
Showing that one who is here to support us aren't wasting your time by
and there's gonna be so much
uh,
more, so get ready.
there'll be more. So
Prepare your butts.
yeah, well, took the words out of my mouth.
All right, guys. We will be back at roughly 6 o'clock tomorrow, give or take, probably 15 minutes. If we're a little late, it's for a good reason. If we're a little early, there's probably not a reason to it. It's just because. So yeah, catch us tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Check Twitter. I'll keep you guys posted, and we'll see you guys around. Thank you again.
So much.